What's up, y'all? Old school law. I am Dantron69K, and we are back with another hot one. And I have some friends here, experts in the category. I'm first going to introduce Eric. Problem solved with Eric.
What up?
Next to him, I got Shadow Gaming.
Hey, everybody.
Right down in the dessert position again, Wales.
I could really go for some soft serve froyo right now.
I know tiramisu like last time. And then over in the corner, we got not shoved in the corner. We're actually trying to hold him and contain the excitement. Is Endgame Arcade.
We're in the end game now.
Oh man, dude, definitely. And then my co-pilot, my brother from another mother, Wolfman.
What's up, bitches?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Wolf, what do we got going on today?
So today is a cool episode. It's soundtrack and music, sound effects in video games. And if this sounds slightly familiar, it's because five of the six, we did have a discussion about soundtracks in the past. We want to expand on that today. And we're going to try to not repeat things that we said in a prior episode, but it does open up to other games in the series if possible. Yeah. And if we happen to talk about something then before, then, you know, big deal.
Suck it.
It's not a big deal.
Spoiler alert, I'm the add-on. If I fuck it up, I fuck it up.
That's right. It's not, hey, yeah, we're not going to call any names out, but his name, it might rhyme with snails.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
God, all right,
that guy sucks.
So, dude. So, okay. So, I'm super excited about this episode because I love video game soundtracks and music and sound effects. The big thing when it comes to that is there are sounds that we hear and games that would not be the same if they didn't have the sound. Sound is something that can take a good game to a great game, but it can also take a great game down to garbage if the sound is terrible. So, it's one of those but dynamic pieces that really it adds a different layer and dimension to a game, and it's kind of overlooked a lot of times, but yet everybody go, oh dude, I remember that, you know. And so I just love this whole concept and I'm excited about it. Anybody else have anything that they want to mention before we kick it?
Nope. Yeah, that was well said, Dan. I agree. The sound effects are a huge part, and of course the music, and we talked about this a little bit in the last episode, and I'm sure we'll get more into it in this one.
Right. Pants optional. Go ahead.
Always.
You know, just like I tell my film students, the music is all about immersion, right? And it invokes certain emotions and feelings. And, you know, games that have good soundtracks, like everybody said, draws you in. It enhances the whole experience. And to me, it's some of the most fondest memories I have are the music over the graphics, gameplay, even fun factor.
That's racist.
Nice.
Good plug there, Dantron.
Oh, you like that? I was actually checking my second screen, but yeah, that was it exactly. Hey,
beautiful.
You like that? The music, we're talking about it. Yeah. By the way, okay, so some of you that know that I do my shorts, you can start to pay attention, and you like that. You can start to if you really pay attention, you'll notice that there is a band that is represented multiple times, more than any other band specifically, and it's because I love their music. It's As They Sleep. Check them out if you get a chance. They're freaking dope. Anyways, okay, there's my talk about my buddy's band because I freaking love it. Anyways, we're gonna start off. Yeah, there it is. Exactly.
I got them too.
Nice.
Amazing stuff.
Sponsored by As They Sleep.
Dude, it's so good, you guys. Anyway,
it's good.
We're talking about video game music, but I'm just telling you that video game music and As They Sleep for me now go together. So, Eric, why don't you start us off, brother?
Wolf's dog is going nuts.
Oh, you gotta get her out.
Is that what that is?
We're actually,
yeah.
I want to say something, but it's like it's somebody's chair.
We do it live.
Doing it live.
That we do. My kids are come busting in. I know it, so I apologize now.
That's hilarious.
So good, so good. All right, Eric, we're gonna try and work through that.
All right. So the first game I'm gonna bring up, I didn't bring it up in the first one. And this sound the sound in this game is incredible. The music is so fitting for the environments that you're in. Playing this game in the dark and on a big screen, and you will fully feel like you are part of the world. And I used to just listen to the music while the game was running while I was doing other stuff, and it was so good. Anyway, it's the music and it's the sound for Diablo 1,
Oh,
the
okay.
very first
Oh,
game.
very great call.
The Tristram music. Tristram is the town in Diablo 1, the only one that's there. Really makes you feel like you're in a really small, depressed town and you don't know what's going on, and it just trips you out. But I absolutely love it.
So that wasn't kind of a plug for the fact that you are a Diablo fanatic, right?
Well, of course.
Not at all.
But yeah.
Yep.
No, man, that's like literally one of my favorite games ever.
The,
But yeah.
Eric, I will tell you that I did not play Diablo at all until I talked to you about it, and you specifically said you need to try a Diablo, and so pop my cherry, Diablo 4, and I really enjoy it. But tell you the truth, man, I don't play it by myself often. I enjoy it with friends, and so but the
It's always
music even
better
in
with
that
others.
game is great. The
Yep.
the dungeon music just catches me, and so now I got to check out the music in Diablo 1.
Oh yeah, man. Diablo 1 for me as the best music of the franchise.
I was late to the Diablo party, but I started and I fell in love with it in number 3. That game was so much fun.
D3. D1 is on PlayStation 1 also. So
Yep.
I'll have to look into that.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember playing that with some friends of mine in high school and stuff, and it was good. Diablo and Quake together, like those
Oh yeah.
great games. Yeah,
Don't be
memories.
sneaking another
Memories.
game in.
I'm not.
Dude. So you know what? We do it live, right? And so I
Yep.
already screwed up. Wolfman, you got something on Diablo?
Do I have something on Diablo?
Yeah. Do you have anything to say about it? I don't want to skip you because I just want to make sure. It looked like you wanted to say something, so I was just checking.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I was going to mention what Eric said. I believe I have that for PS1, and I think that was my first time trying it ever. I know most people play it on PC. I know it's great on PC, especially with the mouse, but my fondest or my memories of the game is definitely playing it on the PS1. Great game. It's awesome. The whole series is awesome.
I gotta check that out now. Dang it,
Yeah.
you guys! You're making me expand my library that's already bloated. Anyways,
A future retro short from Dantron 69K.
gosh,
Ah.
so many already. Holy
I will say this: if
Maybe.
you ever do a bloat joke, you have to do the Big Trouble in Little China expanding guy.
Dude, I've used
Oh,
him like
hell
3 or
yeah.
4 times, but I don't care because he's great.
Yeah.
So
It never fails.
the screw up that I did was before we started this, I said, hey, guess what? The first person I'm gonna go to is Wales, and then guess what? The first thing I did was Eric. So hey, we do it live. So Wales, you are up now. I'm sorry, but yeah, I can't even blame it on drinking because I'm not. So that's the way it is.
It's okay. I don't care. It's your show, and I'm just honored to be here. So
Oh my
just go
gosh.
how we go.
Give us something.
So I'm gonna go ahead. So we brought up Diablo, so I'm gonna keep it in the D's because I like D's. D's is all good, right?
I'm like,
Exactly.
Okay.
Jeez.
I'm gonna keep it with 93 and then on to modern day times, and that's Doom. I really love the original Doom. Doom 2 is what really got me
Nice.
hooked
Look
into
at
it,
that.
and then all the way into Doom Eternal. The music is just you hear it and you just get sucked in. And I mean, Mark, I forgot his last name, but he just put out absolute, just perfectly themed music for the game. It got you in the mood. I mean, it just you got fully immersed in it and everything. And I mean, it's just amazing. It's
Are you
it's
talking
such
about Romero? Mark?
Mark,
Yeah.
Mark, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just great stuff. And I'm sure everybody here has played it. It's hard to not play Doom, but
It's on everything.
Exactly. It's on everything, and that's a good thing because it's got great music, great sounds, from 1 all the way to now. So it resonated with me. So what is y'all's?
And when we
opinions
say
on
it's
it?
on everything, we're talking about McDonald's cashier spots. We're talking about
Meals.
cash machines. We're talking about like old Nokia phones, dude.
Yep.
All over.
Underwear.
It's on more systems than Skyrim was.
Yeah.
Well,
Fruit of a Doom. Yeah, Wolf is right. Fruit of a Doom.
Yeah.
Fruit
I'm serious. I
of a
wasn't
doom.
kidding.
Fruit of the Doom.
Fruit
Nice.
of the
my
Doom, man.
God.
It's right where the anus is, just in case there's an accident.
Oh God.
Rocket
Chipotle.
Doom was what, like probably the first
Doom.
game soundtrack that I played that made you want to just kick ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With
Absolutely.
that BFG gun and all, it didn't care how many demons they threw at you. You're just like, I'm going to take them all out. This music is behind me. We're just going to go to town.
Yep. You type in IDKFA, BFG 9000. Let's go.
Yeah,
Nice. You remember the
great
cheat.
choice.
Of course. Of course.
IDDQD.
Man. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Especially recently, Doom Eternal. I know we talk mostly retro stuff, but the soundtrack in Doom Eternal, dude, this, the first time I started playing this game, I was like, I gotta buy this soundtrack because it just gets you freaking hyped. Like if you're going on a run, if you're going to lift, anything, just dude, it's great. Check it out. Anybody that's played Doom way back in the day, OG PC, Doom 2, Doom 1, all of those, even back then, the music was just hot.
Yep.
Early 90s. It was way ahead of
Good
its time.
pick, man.
Yeah,
Real
great,
good pick.
great pick. All right, Endgame.
All right. So the game that I'm going to start with is a game that I think of music, iconic music, and iconic sound effects in one. And this was my very first video game I ever played, and that is the Super Mario Brothers 1.
Oh, nice.
And I mean, we did talk about Super Mario Galaxy in the last one and Super Mario Sunshine. Those soundtracks are definitely atmospheric for those particular themes in those games. But Super Mario Brothers 1, the opening stage, when I didn't even know what a video game was, you're hearing that. It's iconic. It's ingrained in your brain. And then when you get the mushroom, that power-up sound effect ingrained in your brain. And then you go down the warp pipe after World 1-1 into World 1-2, and you got the like you immediately think of the underground levels. You just need to hear that. And same thing with like the water levels. You hear that. You immediately know it's the water level. Or the Bowser's Castle. You just hear the first couple notes and you know it's a Bowser's Castle. And the last thing I'll talk about is the Starman. Like, so again, first video game ever. I don't know what power-ups are, right? Oh, I get this mushroom. I get larger. Okay. Oh, I get hit. That gave me an extra hit. You get the firepower. Okay, hit this button. It makes firepower, right? But you get that star guy. You don't know what that is. It doesn't do anything immediately. But the music is like, it just makes you want to just take off running because you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, but let's just go. And it just, when you hear that, you just immediately feel empowered with that star guy.
What's the sound of the mushroom?
Yeah, something like that.
Is it the
That's
little
what I wanted
pill,
someone to try to
Jamie,
do
that
it.
makes
That's
you,
all I
We're gonna
wanted.
try. Hey, I'll try no matter what. I'll try.
I just kept hearing Star Guy, and I started thinking of Dirt Star. And I was like, no.
Okay, so I'm
Starman.
smiling real big. I'm smiling real big because A, I absolutely agree with the end game, and two, so my field in education, I work with kindergartners through fifth graders, right? So these are obviously kids that were not even thought of when that game came out, correct? So I'm the video game nerd and stuff on campus, and that's fine. I'm proud of it. I hold that title. I have on my timer on my phone the Starman theme. So whenever kids are having to have a timeout,
Starman, is that literally what it's called?
you get a star and you become Star Mario. Is that better for you, Eric?
Yeah, Starman is
thought it
like
was
a
just
bizarre.
Star.
That was
it's like
Star-
bizarre.
Starman
Yeah.
was that
Mario?
one weird, like,
Starman is a
movie
song
with-
by David Bowie.
Well, that-
Starman was in pro wrestling. He was
No,
one
that's
of the
Stardust. You're thinking of Stardust. That's not Stardust.
No, there was a Starman.
No.
There was a
movie, too.
generic
Yeah,
wrestling
with
game
Jeff-
with a star.
What is it, Jeff
Yeah.
Bridges? Is that right?
I don't.
I don't remember. Okay, we got.
I refer to it as Star Mario, but hey, it's whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, I do have that theme on my timer, so whenever kids are having to take a timeout or they're needing to take a break or whatever, I say, all right, I need you to be calm for 2 minutes. So I set 2 minutes, and then when it goes off, that hits. Every kid knows that theme, and they know it's Mario. Okay. Hey,
So what's your
Superstar.
So
That's
what
what
you're
I know.
what you're telling me, Wales, is that you put somebody in timeout, and as the timer music, you get something that makes them freaking hyped.
It gets them ready to go.
Cruel
So-
and unusual
So you got a
punishment.
kid sitting in the corner in trouble, hopped
no,
up
no,
on
no,
Adderall, Mountain Dew, and sugar, and you put this music on, and you expect him to sit there just vibrating.
Whoa,
No,
Adderall,
see,
Mountain
it's-
Dew.
it's-
These kids aren't in Washington, bro.
No. It's different.
All
A
right.
little bit more chill, not much, but I mean, my point that I'm trying to drive home is that yes, this music and these sound effects are iconic. That they've reached all the way down to generations of kids that were born, say 5 to 10 years ago, when this game is clearly 30 plus years old.
Yeah.
So that it has a giant reach on it, and it is extremely iconic. And like you, Endgame, it's the first video game I really got to play. I remember playing it at a Best Buy and hearing that World 1-1.
Mhm.
You just know it. You hear it and you know it. So it
True.
resonates with even kids now that weren't clearly alive when it happened, and they still recognize and understand and appreciate it.
Yeah, no, that's a great story, Wales. And of course, there's possibly better soundtracks in the Mario franchise. Mario 3 comes to mind, Mario
you.
World, Mario 64.
Thank you.
They're all iconic, right? But the first one is ingrained. And Wales, for me, I didn't even know what Mario was, right? I only knew what a Nintendo was. So when I hear the 1-1 theme, I think of Mario, but I also immediately think of the NES. Like, I just think of NES when I hear that.
I agree,
Yeah,
because it came with your NES. So
dude,
why not?
Right.
that's the thing. Like the sounds, sometimes they unlock a memory for you. And you know, I've said this about just games in general. You play something and unlocks a memory. They're really just like keys. And same thing happens. Keys, play on words. The keys are a key to unlocking certain memories too. Like you can remember hearing this and being, you know, over at your, you know, uncle's or your cousin's house or something, and it's like, I remember like the smell of the, you know, pastelas, because I'm Puerto Rican, cooking in the kitchen, you know, that kind of stuff. And
Good shit.
those are things that I haven't thought about, right? You don't think about this stuff, and then you hear it, and it's just like it takes you back. It like pulls you back. It's like a time machine. Who talked about that? Like the DeLorean throws you back. It does, and it's awesome. It's such a cool experience, and yeah, that great choice, dude.
Thanks.
Yep. All right, Wolfman.
All right, so for me, I am going to go with something a little bit more modern. I know Endgame chose something, bless you, from, what was it, 86, 87? Super Mario Brothers.
85.
So I'm going to go a little bit more recent. I'm going to do Blood. Mine's kind of like, it's 2 games, but it covers both in that genre, which I don't think we talked about. And that's Bloodborne and Elden Ring.
Uh-huh.
My two games, probably more Bloodborne than Elden Ring. Has anybody here played Bloodborne?
These
Yep.
games suck.
Okay.
It-
Amazing.
The music,
I
the music's crazy.
Now the game doesn't suck; the players
Cheers.
suck, for sure.
Eric, just don't listen to all the comments that are written on the thing to, hey, jump here for a secret. Jump off this cliff for a secret.
Yeah, that's right. Finger butthole. Anyways, Shadow, you were gonna say something. Go ahead.
What?
yes, I intentionally love playing games where I'm going to end up tossing my controller or breaking it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is their thing. You will die often.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. The music for the games are great. I've watched plenty of streams of people playing it, and I love the music. Just gameplay, not my cup of tea.
Dude, Wolfman,
Sure.
I love the choice. I love the choice because this is why I like it. So when you're getting into a boss fight and the opera style music just kicks off, it hits you different. And then, of course, the big axe hits you. But beside that, if you can stay alive long enough to enjoy the music, that's the best part. The challenge that I have with that, because that game is super difficult, is that I only hear the same part, like the same piece of music, because I can only survive for so freaking long in certain boss fights. But the music is amazing. And Wolf, I agree with you. Those 2 games are awesome.
Yeah, they're just atmospheric. I'll never forget the first time I made it to Rodan in Elden Ring, and that music was like, you're like walking across the desert and he's chucking spears across, and like you said, Dan, the opera is like crescendoing, and it's just it was just unbelievable. I can't get that fight out of my head, let alone the music. It's just unbelievable.
And we touched on this in the last episode, like games like Contra and Battletoads where you're dying a lot. You have to have good music to keep pulling you back in, you know.
Definitely.
And you know you're going to die in Bloodborne and Elden Ring, so you need to have that good music to keep pulling you in.
Yep, I agree. And to immerse you, right, in that
Yeah.
HP Lovecraftian kind of like Castlevania-esque world, which is so cool. The dark undertones and just it's really atmospheric and just very cool the way that Mitsuyaki does those games.
Yeah, especially for Elden Ring, since it's like an open world, massive game, you know, with the immersion.
Yep.
Good choices.
Yep.
Thanks.
Shadow.
Hard choice for my first pick, but I have to go with Left 4 Dead.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Good choice.
I
Good
mean,
game.
the first
Okay,
time
good
playing it, you hear the cry of the witch.
Mhm.
You're like,
yeah.
okay, what's that? All of a sudden, nope, that was a bad
Yeah,
sound.
that's a nope sound.
Or
Nope.
or when you get that lead up when you hit the tank to come out.
Oh yeah.
That's those moments. Every time you hear those sounds, it's like, oh god, I remember that shit. No,
The
no.
one that I remember the most is the sound when a horde is on its way. All of a sudden, the screaming where it sounds like there's like 30 or 40 different all in the background, and you're just like, oh no! It's like
No.
you don't even have to do anything. Like you turn a corner, and all of a sudden you hear that, you're like, nope, and you just take off running. Like every time.
My first instinct when I hear that is, where's the nearest corner to back into?
Dude, man.
That's great sound. It's great sounds in that game for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And the clown honking the noses and all that kind of stuff. It's like they're so and then
I forgot that.
the voice acting in that was really good too, because it was, remember the conversations, the random convos as you're playing the game between the characters, hilarious. Definitely
My buddy
not
one
for kids.
time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely not for kids, because that was an adult game, of course, but it was dude, so good.
Yeah, that's a great pick.
And that's a fun choice too, Sean, because like the soundtrack isn't necessarily as memorable as the sound effects themselves. You know what I mean? And that shows the power of video games. Is like it doesn't necessarily have to be a track like 1-1 in Mario. It can be the power up of getting the mushroom or the wail of the witch. You know, like that can be as iconic as this big orchestral piece, you know, out of a Final Fantasy game, you know.
But personally, I loved the Midnight Riders, the band that they created for this game.
Yeah.
And it was just fun listening to the stuff. Like we would go out of our way to replay those levels over and over again.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that one level where you got to like defend the stage and all that kind of
Yeah, the
stuff in the
concert stage.
stadium.
Yeah.
That does stick with you too. And the fireworks, like that one wasn't that one?
Yes.
So good. Anybody else got any Left 4 Dead 2 memories? No?
I'm thinking of the right game. Don't touch the birds.
Nah, that's no.
Yeah, well, no.
No, that's Back for Blood. That's
Back
the
for Blood.
successor.
Yeah,
But they did. Oh yeah, sorry. It's the car alarms and the witch were the big issues in
And back
Left 4 Dead.
back in the day when we didn't have birds, guess what? I was the car alarm. Leave no car undisturbed. Because you know the game is so easy already. I'm just like, might as well. Yeah.
Let's ramp up the difficulty.
Oh my gosh. All right, so it's my turn now, and I've talked about this game in the past for its music specifically. I'm pretty sure I didn't talk about it the last time. There's a chance that I might have, and if I did, I apologize. But for NES, this game in particular has the #1 music for me, and it actually it made the game so much more enjoyable. But the cool part about it is the music triggers memories of me playing sections of the game, because there were so many different kind of tracks in it, different zones, different areas that that this game is just it's iconic for me when it comes to NES. There's not one other game that hits me as hard as this one when it comes to music, and it's Star Tropics.
Dun,
Nice.
dun, dun,
So
dun.
Star Tropics, this game, you guys have talked about it in the past. It is a lot of fun. You know, it's an adventure game where you're, you know, using a yo-yo and stuff. But like I said, just like Mario, you go into a dungeon, you get a dungeon music. You're out on the sea, you get the sea music. You know, you're in a spaceship. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but you get that kind of stuff. There's certain levels, like the ghost town, where you only hear the specific music in this ghost town, and or you're in another museum and you have the specific like pirate music that's playing in the museum. All of these ones, when you play it, these songs will stick with you. You hear them again, and you're just like, oh my gosh, so good, way better than they should be, especially on a Nintendo system.
Oh yeah,
or old school
Agreed.
Nintendo system. This game is freaking amazing when it comes to sounds and music and story narrative and how it augments it. And yeah, I love this game. So that's the sound that I got.
It's a great pick. Underrated too. I
Star
think.
Tropics.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like RPGs. You know, it's a longer game, especially back for that era. So you need to have those good songs throughout the entire game to keep you pulled in.
Yep. Pulled in.
There
And
you
pulled in.
go.
Absolutely. So Eric, you're up again, brother.
All right. This one I'm actually picking more for the sound effects than I am the music.
Okay.
I don't know if it's got decent music too, but the sound effects in it are really good. It's also kind of a weird, obscure title. It's for Genesis and it's called Global Gladiators. It's a really weird game. It involves it's a platformer, but it involves like shooting slime and stuff, and it's just got really interesting slimy sound effects and stuff like that, and it's a good game. Everything gets sticky. It's a mess.
That sounds about right.
But no, seriously, it's a really good game, and it's got really good sound effects, and it's a decent platformer on Genesis, and it's obscure, and I'm sure no one's ever played it. So,
Can you give us a few examples of these sound effects, Eric?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Nice.
You know what? This would not be a law episode with Problem Solved with Eric without bringing up some obscure problems for us all to now
that's
experience.
right. Everyone go play Global Gladiators. It might be called Global Gladiators. I'm not sure, but
Global.
Spoogy Gladiators.
I mean, I can't even comment on that game because I didn't even know it existed. So
Me neither.
oh my god!
Oh
But
my God.
Wolf, do you have
watch
that
this.
game?
I do not think so, Eric. I've never
Nice.
even heard of it.
There's a high percentage chance Eric's making this game up.
yeah,
I'm not.
What are the
I'm
chances?
dude, I'm
What
gonna
are-
make DT play it
Yeah,
next
what
Friday.
are the chances that this is a totally made-up game?
Yeah,
If
Phil
Dan-
copier, it didn't happen.
If Dantron and Wolfman have never heard of this, I don't know.
And-
That's awesome.
Oh,
I'm
man.
glad
Well
I
done,
finally found a
Eric.
game they haven't heard of.
oh my gosh!
Nice
so good.
work.
Shoot.
Jeez.
All right. Well, sound effects, Global Gladiators. Got to check them out.
Yep.
I'm sorry, guys. I got no clue. All right. Jeez. Wales.
Ish. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get away from the porn sound effects and all that other stuff to game music. And this franchise has put out many good games. It has a game on the way later this year. Spoiler alert. But the
$100.
I mean, that's gonna be worth it, unlike other consoles and games. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to the Grand Theft Auto franchise, and in particular for my soundtrack to music is none other than Vice City. Vice
Yes.
City
Yeah.
was
Yes.
absolutely just amazing. We've covered it in the top 25 games of all time,
Yes.
so I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but it's just something iconic because the game, the theme, the time frame it takes place in, it has music from that era in the genres, and it's sometimes you'll just sit in I'm not gonna lie, I will get in a car and I'll just drive around in the game
Yes.
just listening to music and not really even doing a mission, not doing anything important or anything because it's just real world, but I'm just driving around cruising, listening to Flock of Seagulls, Ozzy Osbourne, whatever the hell else comes on the radio, and it's just amazing to have that in a game and just flow so well together and stuff. And of course the sound effects are great too, chainsaws and whatnot, but the music absolutely. If you hear Vice City, you immediately start playing some songs in your head.
Yep.
If you
Billie
play the game.
Jean.
Yes, exactly. Just iconic.
So good.
And Wales, to piggyback off of driving around, I used to do that too. Just drive around, not actually play the game, actually obey the stoplights and stuff. But the soundtrack's great But then also the radio stations are great, like where you just hear Chatterbox, and so those are not your normal soundtrack, where you think of, but it was part of that game. It was part of the Grand Theft Auto experience, and it's very memorable if you've played it.
Yeah, even just walking around and running into strangers and hearing just random stuff in the Navy or
Yeah.
stuff like that, from just random people. It's fun. It's a great music, great sound effects and whatnot. So it's very, very
Great
good to me.
choice.
Memories, like Dan says.
Memories.
All right, so I'm gonna pull a Wales. So I haven't
He
even
hates
played this game really. I've seen it played, but even I know the music and can remember this game being played with the music. None of the other Grand Theft Autos I can remember. That one I can.
Yep.
So good choice, Wales.
It's a great
yeah.
choice.
Yes.
It is.
Unbelievable.
Flock of seagulls.
That's
Flock of
the
seagulls.
air.
Yep.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
Ran.
And Wales, the amount of music and radio stations that they had in that game was ridiculous.
Yes, Grand Theft Auto 3 had a ton. Vice City blew that out of the park.
Yeah, you
Absolutely.
could literally play the game for hours and hours without hearing the stuff again if you're switching the radio stations and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice. All right,
Good times.
Endgame.
Okay, I'm going to kind of piggyback off of what Shadow was saying with his Left 4 Dead game, and I'm going to go with a survival horror game, not Resident Evil, but I'm going to go with Silent Hill 2. This is actually the collection.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hang on.
So,
Yep.
Oh,
Go ahead.
let's
Keep
see
going.
it.
Keep talking.
okay, so there's a few things I really like about Silent Hill 2. The soundtrack's not friendly. It's not inviting. You don't want to necessarily jam out to it, but it puts you in that mood to play this atmospheric game. It's unnerving as you're going through the city in the fog. There is an iconic opening. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
There is an iconic. Ooh, is that a rental case?
Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
Rental.
He's
Hollywood
spoiled.
Video or something like that?
Nope. So Blockbuster.
Okay. Nice. I like it.
That late fee has to be astronomical.
Dude.
That's why they went out of business. Dantron didn't pay for it.
Didn't pause back. So side note, pause the talk for a second. So,
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, like a lot of my newer retro games that I'm trying to pick up, and I was just talking to Wolfman about this, is I've been looking into rental games because of the freaking history. Like
Yes.
getting rental versions of certain games, and I'm just like, yes, I want a rental because of the history of the game, right? It shows like how many other households was this game in, and it still works, right? And
None of that
version.
WADA garbage.
Yeah.
Side note: being an employee, a former employee of Blockbuster, you're forgiven for your late fee.
Yes.
Nice.
Excellent.
Waved.
All right, continue. Silent Hill.
Well, and real quick, because of that case, I didn't know exactly it was Blockbuster, but I knew it wasn't the original case. So it's just like music and sound effects can bring you to a game, so can the box art and stuff. We'll have to go over box art sometime in a future Retro Law. Okay, so back to Silent Hill 2. There is an iconic theme to the main theme, the theme of Laura. That's like probably the best well-known song that you might actually listen to in your cars. But back to what Shadow was saying with the Wail of the Witches and like all the people coming, when you're exploring that Silent Hill and you hear those sirens, you know you're in trouble, and back yourself in a corner, whatever you got to do, because you know something bad's going to happen. And then to piggyback off of that, there is this world where it like peels apart and there's like rusted metal everywhere and there's more dangerous enemies. Well, there's this boss character, Pyramid Head, who walks around dragging this Buster sword. Yep. And you hear that dragging of that sword, you know you're in trouble. They do a good job of when he gets closer, the music starts pounding more and more. It feels like scratches on a chalkboard or something like that. And then when you finally escape and you get out of that other world, then it goes back to the more eerie music, but it feels like a relief. Like, I survived this. The music's telling me I survived this. And so Silent Hill, even though it's not necessarily the best soundtrack that you want to listen to, it's perfect for the game.
Atmospheric.
Yes.
Yeah.
Immersion, back what Wolf was saying earlier on. It's very immersive.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Hey, Wolfman, enough of that yawning stuff. It's your turn.
Oh, What, you caught me?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick another
right.
shitty game. I dare you.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, it'll never.
Well,
It won't be as
nothing's
bad
worse
as.
than your pick.
Yeah. This.
that took the cake. That's
what's-
right up there
it-
with M&M cart
Yeah.
by Jack Quimby.
Yeah. That's whatever that.
Nice.
That spooge
Hey, I'm the
tastic
one
one.
that had. I'm the one that had to play the damn thing.
Eminem.
Jeez.
All
Yikes
right.
on bikes.
And now Quimby can't watch this.
Yeah.
Nah, of course he can.
Oh, well.
Shout out to Chief Quimby, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love you, Q. Your knowledge for your age is uncanny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's had some bangers for sure.
He has.
No, he hasn't.
Mm.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you, he has not. Oh, go ahead. continue.
Trash.
Global Gladiators.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, so my pick is I'm going to go off another franchise series. We talked about them at great length, and that was Donkey Kong Country and Donkey Kong Country 2. For me, the latter, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Quest, was the better of the two games. I thought the third had great graphics. I think it was
Diddy Kong.
yeah, not
Diddy
the
Kong-
best
Diddy's
of
Kong
the
Quest.
three. Donkey
Yeah.
Kong 3.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But my pick
didn't-
is Donkey
no
Kong
Vaseline.
Tropical Freeze.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what is it?
Oh.
Say it again.
Tropical
Donkey
Freeze.
Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, Wii U, right? Yeah.
It is got
What?
the most iconic soundtrack. It is amazing. It has you in your chair as you're playing, dancing along with the music when the trees come alive in the
Nice.
forest and start
Holy
singing.
crap.
You guys
Oh
are
my God, it's
nerds.
amazing.
Nerds.
I have never even heard of that game.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
must
dude.
play,
Fun
Eric.
game,
You gotta
yeah.
try it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It is
Tons.
so good.
It's hard. Very hard as balls, but it's very, very
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, they took the cool stuff about Donkey Kong Country Returns and upped it in that game and made it a lot better.
Nice.
Yeah, they really did. There's a level, and I don't want to give any spoilers, but I forget what level it is, but the whole jungle's on fire. And
Yes.
it's done through shadow effects, and the music that's playing, you're like,
Oh,
oh my God.
Your
this
heart
is
beat. It gets your
amazing.
heart beating for real.
Yeah.
Yes,
It is so cool.
yes.
Nice. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
check
great
that out.
soundtrack.
Sure.
Definitely give it a shot, Eric, for real. Great game.
Wolfman, I just played through this like a week ago, 100%ed. I didn't find all the puzzle pieces, but I got all the Kong levels, the hidden areas, and you get different themes for those hidden areas and stuff. It's a great game. Great choice.
Thank you. Yeah.
Almost like a
it is
hidden gem
tough.
in a way, because a lot of people know of Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2. Maybe they've heard of Donkey Kong Country Returns, but a lot of people don't know about Tropical Freeze, even though it did get re-released on the Switch.
Yep. Yeah. To me, Tropical Freeze is, I mean, if you like platformers, that is a straight, tough as nails platformer with great graphics, game control, and the soundtrack to me. David Wise did the soundtrack for that too.
Yep.
And boy, was he on his game with that one. I mean, you could go into Reddit threads and stuff about Donkey Kong Country games, and people will say, do not sleep on Tropical Freeze.
Nice.
And it has like not only Diddy Kong, but Trixie Kong or Dixie Kong and Cranky Kong as power-ups that you get to have. And some of those are like to unlock secret levels and other ways out of the level, you have to have a specific character, which is cool. Brings you back to the Super Mario world.
Did you say
Mhm.
Dixie Normus? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Wales likes the
when
D, so
Diddy's
let's
there.
let's ask him.
Yeah.
Good choice,
Ah.
Wolfman. Good choice.
Thank
I
you.
like that one a lot.
Yeah.
All right, Shadow.
A game I spent a lot of time playing, so I enjoyed the music, and more memories for me for playing it with my father. We're talking Dragon's Quest 8.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Such a great game. The intro cinematic music is just phenomenal. The music for when you're clearing, as you clear the final boss, is amazing. I can't say enough about this game.
Apparently you can because you stopped.
Yeah.
I
Well, there's a lot to it. I love the battle music is always fun. That's something we don't talk about a lot, is hearing different battle music
Mm-hmm.
through role playing games,
Oh, yeah.
and you
yeah.
always get hyped up on it.
Yep.
but somehow this one always just would get me going even more.
Nice.
Am I
That
gonna,
what is it? It's 8, you said?
Yes, 8.
am I gonna,
PS2.
PS2, yes.
I'm just
Nice.
wondering, am I gonna get banished from the island to say I've never played a Dragon's Quest game?
No.
It's niche. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
for
very
everybody.
it's very niche.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Wales hasn't played it. That's
Right.
crazy.
Wales, you and I, buddy. Boop.
It's crazy. how
The
you
RPG
said-
lover that he is.
Yeah.
No,
Oh my god.
really pretty gay. That's
Hey,
what RPG stands for.
So it's
Oh.
my turn, and I'm gonna actually segue into that because it's funny that you just mentioned battle music because this is that's where I was going with these ones.
All right.
So this when you hear this stuff that I'm gonna talk to you about, you know, and the overall sound in the game might not necessarily be the greatest, but it's so iconic, and it's been kind of re-released and it's been modified slightly, but it's the same thing. And I'm gonna give you the little touches.
Okay.
Hey, the music in those is great.
So
Oh, yeah.
the Pokemons themselves, dude, like just the sound effects too. Like
Yep.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
We're talking about this when Squirtle comes out and there's that screech
Yeah.
that pops out. Dude, I'm telling you, man, it's.
Sounded just like
You
it.
like that? That was
Yeah.
good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys were wanting it, so I'm gonna give it to you. You guys,
Hell yeah.
sound effects all day. But so Pokemon in particular, these ones, I mean, so not only the sound effects, but actually the battle music. The battle music's the first thing that really
Yeah.
hit me up. So when I started playing, I just picked up Pokemon Yellow for the first time, and it had a bad battery, so I was able to, my other nerd part is being able to work on stuff. So I was able to fix that, and I was like testing it, and I got sucked in to that game. And
Yeah.
so, but as soon as I fired it up though and started battling again, I hadn't played a Pokemon game for 10 years or so. Not one of the old ones in particular, and the music just hit, and I was like, I'm right back there. I'm right back
Yeah.
sitting in the back seat of my parents' car, like at night with the lights flying past you. You're trying to play the Game Boy, right, with the lights.
Right.
Dude,
Or
Trying
the
to time it
magnifier
with
with the flashlight.
There you go.
It took me right back to that point, and I smiled for just a little bit. I had to stop, and I was like, the music. It wasn't the gameplay that got me. It was the music that kicked it, and I was like, all right, I definitely have to at least bring these ones up, Pokemon in general, because dude, great.
Dude, there are whole YouTube lo-fi listening channels that are dedicated to Pokemon music.
Yeah.
And it's just remixed lo-fi Pokemon music, and it's amazing.
I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to look into it. Yeah, dude, because so good.
That's a great story too. With brought you back to the back seat of your car and stuff. Like I love that. Love hearing
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I love bringing him back
And-
to the back seat.
dude, I just got a Endgame just helped me out with something that what is it? The Dead or Alive Extreme 3. Talk about backseat of my car. It was crazy.
Whoa.
So,
You know, I was
For a
going to grab
different
that for the
reason.
Physics.
oh my gosh, so good. Anyways, sorry, derailed again. I apologize. Okay, Eric, you're up.
Crap, I had a game.
This is round 3, correct? Round 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
round
and then we
three.
started talking about back seats and all
Yeah, I
that stuff.
know. I got all distracted.
Yeah, we all have good backseat stories.
Eric,
for
just
sure.
make up a game. It's fine.
yeah, nobody will know.
Yeah, just give us something like Gopley.
Oh,
your
I know
last
what I.
game.
No. This game. No.
It's really real.
It's a real. Not like my last game. This is a real game.
I knew it.
It's on the Megacade. Wales, go find it. It's there. No.
All right, let's do this.
No, so this game is it would be my dream of mine to have an actual arcade cabinet of this game, but it's the music is fantastic. The music of the series was fantastic. There's someone in this room right now that has these, and I have to say the music in Initial D.
Yes.
Because the game music is incredible.
There you go.
I mean, there's nothing that will make you feel like racing more than the music in that game, and you just want to jump in the driver's seat of a friggin' RX-7 or something and just rip,
Mm.
and yeah, it's dope.
Rip and tear, rip and tear.
We
Absolutely.
already talked about that one.
Nah, the Initial D has fantastic music. It's amazing. Fantastic other sounds too. It's just a great game.
All right, we're back.
I agree. And it doesn't get enough love, I think, Eric. Like, we had a episode on racers, and just, a lot of the other series comes up a lot. And Initial D, it should come up, I think, way more. Because
Oh
I think
yeah.
because like you, I think it's awesome. And you always hear like Forza and Gran Turismo and Ridge Racer and Wipeout and Initial D. I mean, it should definitely be up there.
Initial
Top 5
D
racers
like has
of all time.
conversations while you're driving that are happening between the characters. It's just
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Nani,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there 7 so
dude,
far?
there's way
Is
more
it
than that.
more?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
So if Initial D is if it's not a good game, you're not gonna have like 12 or 13 of them.
Yep.
There's
Okay.
so many freaking Initial D versions out there, and we're not just talking about the versions that are on arcades or anything. They came out. I want to say there was like 3 or 4 that was out for like PlayStation 2. Like there was some for PlayStation. I mean, some Japan only, but still, yeah, it's a huge racing genre. I mean, yeah, it's so good. Great choice,
I
man.
mean-
And the music,
mean,
so good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Name
absolutely.
another video game that had an arcade cabinet that was literally the front row of a car cockpit.
Yeah.
It's a motion simulator.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can't think of it. I've seen full cars. I've seen videos of
Yeah, but
like
say I
modded
have
cars,
too.
like
Yeah.
full-size cars in there for Initial D. Like that game is next level, dude. Next level.
Yeah.
There's
I
a reason why
still
have-
want. I
It
still
has a
want
huge
an
following, for sure.
8086 because of that stupid game.
Yeah, well, good luck finding one without Rust in it, and then
Yeah,
good luck
exactly.
finding one that's not going to be like 80,000 with Rust.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
crazy. Oh man.
All
All
Great pick, Eric.
Yeah, fantastic, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anime and video game together, I'm down. All right, Wills.
All right, so I'm not going to pick a particular year on this, but I'm a hockey nerd. Sean's probably played these games. Eric may have. I'm not sure. The rest of you, I know, hate sports and probably haven't played it.
Hey,
but
now.
The early 2000s NHL games from EA, they had just amazing soundtracks at that time. I'm talking like 2001, 2002, 2003. I mean, you had Korn, you had Jimmy Eat World, you had Sum 41, you had Limp Bizkit, you had the was it not Rolling Stones, but another one on it. But I mean, just and they integrated that actually into gameplay. Like when you had a big moment in the game, it would do like a cutscene with it and everything, and they would play these songs and stuff with it, and they were also trying to start integrating more like crowd music into it. They're also trying to get sounds of like sticks breaking and stuff like that in the game. So it was trying to get more of that authentic feel with PlayStation 2, 360, stuff like that. And so it started with those. And I will say right now, up to now, the current hockey or even Madden or whatever games, the music is not near as good as what it was back in the early 2000s. They really hit a lot of their audience in those games, and it's just a lot of fun. Like if I hear those songs on a playlist that I play, it takes me back to those games and playing hockey, those games in college and stuff. And it was just a ton of fun, and just get you in the meal. And it actually tied well into hockey. You wouldn't think it would, but it actually did. So
That brings me into a
obscure.
question. That brings me into a question for you guys. Why do you think we don't see so many licensed tracks like that in games today?
Because groups realize they make money from it. Back in the day, video gaming was like a niche, and they were like, "Yeah, you could use our music. Who cares? You know,
It's not
We
going to
don't
cost
care."
you. It's not going to cost you $100,000 for one
Yep.
track for
Right.
It's a way to
or
promote.
a year and a half.
Well, and you have to reissue it or re-license it. So
Yeah.
otherwise they pull the game, or you have to put in different music.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hence Crazy Taxi.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like-
Same thing with Grand Theft Auto. I don't know if it's Vice City or 3. They were trying to re-release it, and they couldn't get the songs licensed or used again, and so they're trying to figure out filler.
That's
So,
the other thing that sucks is like, okay, let's say you do a game and then you got the licenses for the music for that game and you want to do a follow-up, but you want to include all the music from the first one. You can't. That's a new license.
Well,
yep.
And
Yeah.
we'll look at the new Tony Hawk that's about to drop this year. I mean, they tried to get out of the 40 original tracks for those 2 games. They've got a whopping 8 of the original tracks coming back.
Was that 3 and 4?
Yeah, 3 and 4.
Yep.
But they're getting tracks from the same bands, just different songs now.
Weird.
Instead of the originals.
Yeah,
Give you
that's-
that.
So
Yeah.
go ahead.
See, and that's disappointing,
Dang.
Sean, because if you played those games, whatever, 20 years ago, you're going to be looking for that. And then when it's different, it's not going to give you the same experience, and you're going to be disappointed, you know?
Tony Hawk was not only the gameplay, but it was the music.
Yes.
And like you said, things are not right when you go to play something and it's not the same musically. I ran into that. I just touched on it with Crazy Taxi. I couldn't play it, dude. I could not play the re-release on it. I'm just like, no, the music's not the same. It doesn't give me the same nostalgia hit, and it was actually a deterrent to me. So.
Without you think of Crazy Taxi, it's Offspring. Like you just like that.
Yep.
And if it's not there, it's not Crazy Taxi. It's just not. So I mean, that's a great question, Dan. Absolutely, you're absolutely spot on, and it's defeating because, like you said, it's what we know is right, and if it's not there, then the game's not right.
Well, it's still the same thing too with, I don't want to go down this too much and become my old crotchety, older gamer, but everything is wrapped into so much extra monetization regularly, right? And so like that's why there's like the season pass model and all that kind of stuff, and it's all about squeezing as much money out of the game as possible, and sometimes they're sacrificing, music in the game because it's a piece. It's like, oh, I can just have AI compose something that's kind of like this, and I don't have to pay anything for it. But it's not the same, dude. It's not the same.
Yeah.
no.
And so, I don't.
It's a bad problem, and it all ties into whole games as a live service rather than actual game that you purchase.
Right.
It's like it's bullshit, and it sucks.
We talked about this in another Law episode, but we're gonna have to do, I think, a supplemental. We'll have another conversation. I don't want to run down it too far about like newer consoles coming out that are saying they have physical copies and they're not physical. Right? So I don't want to run into that, but I just want to say, you guys, I'm putting it out there right now. We're gonna have to have another conversation because I don't want it to be a doom and gloom conversation. So we'll have to come with some good stuff. But it is sad.
Right.
It is sad for those of us that have these games, right? That own these physical things that in 20 years I'm going to be able to throw it in and play it without it being, on a different emulated situation or using a subscription service. So yeah. Anyways,
well,
all right.
And Wales, earlier you brought up Vice City, right? That's a time period. So if you're pulling out some of the tracks from that time period and putting in newer stuff, that makes no sense, and it completely takes you out if they were to do that sort of a thing. So you need to have the best tracks from the 80s. You have to have that. Otherwise, you lose a lot from those sorts of games.
Yeah, because there's no way playing Vice City with Ozzy Osbourne, like say his latest CD that just came out maybe 2-3 years ago. That's not 80s. That's not that. No. It's not the feel. It's not the same. It doesn't fit. It just makes no sense. But because that's what's new, and I want attention to me, and I want my money and everything. Right. It's just no. Like,
plus he's
100.
Yeah.
Hey, he's still the Prince of Darkness. I mean, hey, he's still.
Well, I mean, he's the grandfather of darkness now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Father Time is undefeated, and
I know.
If he tries to grab a bat now, the bat's probably going to take him out. So.
Oh, definitely.
Coronavirus. Anyways, Endgame, you're up.
All right. So I talked about Mario earlier being an iconic sounds in that game. Another one, of course, is Zelda. When you open the chest. And the third one for me personally is one of my favorite video game franchises of all time, and that's the Metal Gear Solid franchise. And when you hear that the alert sound, if you see that exclamation point, you immediately think of Metal Gear Solid. And Oh, Black Label, love to see that.
Oh, good shit.
Ooh, that is a
Yes.
Black Label.
Yeah, pristine
Oh.
condition.
Yeah,
And
Of course.
Dantron showed that on his retro shorts. So definitely check that out if you haven't already.
Yep, touch on
Um,
shorts.
But yeah, Metal Gear Solid. There are great opening themes. Eric, you know all about the Snake Eater theme in Metal Gear Solid 3. Even the theme in the first game is really good. It's like a AAA blockbuster stealth espionage movie, type theme to it. But that alert sound effect is iconic in gaming. And a cool thing that comes with that sound effect is that what is he doing?
He's trying to
sound
play his
cancel.
alert.
It's canceling
It's the
it.
alert. Yeah.
It's the alert that you said.
There it goes.
The-
I heard
there
it.
it is,
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah,
Yes, love it, Wolf. Thank you.
That's
I
my
have the
text
alert.
message.
Yep. I
when
have the
get
text
back.
message and the codec. The brr, brr.
Yep.
Yes,
Of
Kodak.
course.
That's another
Kodak,
iconic
yep.
sound effect. And a cool thing with the music in that game as well is like you have your normal stage music, but then once you hear that alert, the music picks up big time. And it's a stealth game. So you're sneaking around, you're being careful. You're like, okay, let's keep this safe. And then when that comes off and it's blaring and the music's going crazy, you're like, oh shit. And the cool thing too is like, yep. And the cool thing too is as you hide and the alert level goes down, the music starts getting quieter and you feel like, okay, I survived this alert. So Metal Gear Solid, iconic, one of my favorite all time.
That's great.
I would giggle getting a cardboard box and just walking around in it.
Oh yeah.
So good.
It was the best Halloween costume. Like,
Yes.
so good. You'd have like you'd have the four nerds like with different cardboard boxes. We just like hunker down all together. Oh,
The
so
Amazon
good.
box before Amazon. Good shit.
So good. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Wolfman.
Love it.
Okay, so this is on par with Eric's Goober Splat. This is
Yes.
this is kind of underrated, but
I need a drink.
excuse me, those of you that have played it, you know how amazing this is. So in 2010, a game came out called Nier, N-I-E-R.
Oh yeah.
And it was a really underrated game. But the game I'm talking about is 2017 on the PS4. It was called Nier Automata.
Also the best
yes.
Halloween costume ever.
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And it depends on who's wearing it.
That's true. If it was Wolf wearing it, nah. But
Debatable.
He could rock it.
Debatable. Go ahead, Wolf. Continue.
That's right.
Sorry.
So it's really cool. It's an open world RPG action hack and slash. It's got shoot 'em up elements. It has text-based adventure, but it's the soundtrack that brings you into how these androids, these robots, these humanoids that you're controlling, how they're feeling, and their perception of how humans kill, and just the way that the soundtrack and Eric, I just looked this up and found it out. Some guy, I forget what his name is, Yoshida, the guy that did the characters for the Final Fantasy games, he did the characters for the Nier games. I thought that was cool.
You could definitely see the tie-in.
Yeah.
Also
But
great
even if you
anime.
don't like that genre, I just suggest go to YouTube. You don't have to watch the video, listen to the soundtrack, and tell me if that is not like epic next level soundtrack.
Dude,
Oh,
Nier.
snap.
What's up, Scantron?
Trouble's here.
Oh boy.
What up? You're on mute.
Real Prince of Darkness.
By default.
Yep.
By default.
Yo, what up?
Yep.
What I missed? Am I interrupted? What's going on?
We're just talking games.
How's it going?
We're talking games and
What
soundtracks and sounds and all that kind of good stuff. And Wolfman just brought up Nier Automata. So go ahead and you probably don't know anything about that game, but that's all right. It's fine.
You're right. I don't, but I'd love to hear what Wolf has to say about it because he's a wealth of knowledge.
Well, this wealth of knowledge is done talking, so you're gonna have to watch a YouTube short.
Scan knows if you ever have beat off to a character that looks like sorry.
That's a good way to start the conversation. Yes.
Welcome to the party, Stan.
What?
Welcome. It's been like this, dude. It's all
Oh,
right.
it's been a crazy.
As it should be.
Yeah.
As it should be.
All right. So the next one who's up though is going to be Shadow.
Okay.
Up, and you're muted now too, Shadow. But that's all right.
Yeah, he's like hardware muted or something.
Oh my gosh.
While he
Jesus,
gets
what
that
the hell?
taken care of, though, I have to second what Wolf said because the
Please.
freaking sound in Near Automata is
Oh.
fantastic. It is
Better?
that's such a good game.
Yeah, thanks.
Shadow.
It is really good.
Okay.
Yeah, the gameplay is really good in it too, and you get that futuristic, dystopian future sound effects through the music as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it wouldn't be me without another role-playing game, so
All right,
I'm
let's
going
go.
with Mass Effect 2.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Endgame just got a chubby.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. He's had one.
Yep.
He's had one the whole time, you guys.
Like
Like a Ruffalo at the end of
one
the
the
first.
whole
Yeah,
time.
like Ruffalo at the end of the Avengers. He's like, I'm always chubbed out.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's
Man.
Oh.
Took a
hilarious.
couple of those extends.
Look at how many Mass Effect versions do you have?
Dude.
Done.
All
day,
of
every
them.
day.
That was like
All
seven.
of them.
That was like
Oh,
seven
when they
Mass
get mine.
Effects.
Dan, we have all the Resident Evils. I have all of the Mass Effects.
All right. Well, crazy.
Well, no.
I mean,
All right,
the
go,
game is
Shadow.
great.
Go ahead.
The game is great. The ambient music for the while you're just walking around on the ship, you go sit in the engine room talking to Tali, and you get that low hum, deep serenity, and then you have all the craziness like sorry, give me a second. I keep forgetting his name. Mordant.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Doing
he's
his
hilarious.
bit. Yeah. The soundtracks for each character are like the themes for each character are fun.
Mhm.
They show off the personality of each of your side characters for the game in a varied spectrum.
Yeah, and then of course you have the different planets. Each have their own
Yeah.
feel to it, and there's so many different planets you can go to. When you're in the Citadel, it's totally different vibe and atmosphere with all the people compared to when you're driving the Mako out on this isolated planet. So
Yeah.
many good things about that game. Any of you guys play Mass Effect?
Love it.
Yes,
Love
I
it
have.
so much.
I-
I own like 17 copies
I-
of the first game.
Look, I just barely touched Mass Effect only to try it on to see how it feels, and I just it's
It
good.
didn't-
I just no time to play
Yep.
through that because I got to start from the beginning. Yeah, no, like just the tip. That's it.
I
Just the tip of
will.
the
I
iceberg.
will try to play it. I'm making the promise now that I'm gonna try it.
If I do play, I'll record it just for Joel's reaction. Just you're like, the fuck is he doing?
Hey, Wales.
Yeah.
Wales. The best thing is you don't have to read in the game.
Oh, are you trying to
Thank
say that
Christ.
he's in the school program and he doesn't read? Is that what you're trying to say?
No,
Is this
I'm
is
just
it a
saying,
Florida
I
thing?
know-
This is a Florida thing, isn't it?
Wales doesn't read. He just throws hands.
Yeah.
That's right. They're rated,
right.
rated E for everyone,
Yep.
baby.
Buy one get one free. Whoop whoop.
Equal lefts, equal rights, bitches.
Oh man.
Sunday fun day.
Oh, God.
That's right.
All right, hey Scan, since you're in now and you're at the time, what do you got for video game soundtracks or music or just sound effects in a game that you want to talk about?
Oh my God, that's a broad spectrum right there, isn't it?
Dude,
I
that's-
did have one idea that I'm not sure if you guys have already talked about it, and I could actually go get the case if I should. Should I get the actual game?
Go
Oh,
get it.
yeah.
Tell us first what it is.
Tell me.
Dude.
No, go get it first.
Would
I'll
you-
get
Yeah,
it at
'cause
the
this
same
is a
time.
big deal. If he's
Okay,
got the
okay,
case,
go get the
I
case.
know.
Go get it.
Go get the
Scan.
case.
Go get
Get
it.
the case.
Let me,
Let him.
because I never have this shit. I never have
That's
that.
what I'm
it.
saying. This is a big fucking deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need to see it.
Let's
This-
do.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
This is serious. If he's got the physical copy, then this is serious shit.
Yeah.
I just heard we need to see it, and I'm like, no. Anyways.
Yes.
Uh,
Global
Uh,
gladiator.
So-
No.
Yeah, global.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah.
No.
Every
You
time
know-
we say gladiator,
You know what's gonna be hilarious? That Scantron comes out with like Kirby's Air Ride or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Yoshi's
He's gonna
Woolly
bring
World.
the Tony Hawk skateboard out.
Oh my gosh.
If
Yeah.
it's Muscle March, I'm
I
gonna
have
piss
this
myself.
case somewhere. I have it somewhere. I don't know, dude. I thought I knew exactly where it was, but I don't know where it's
It's not-
at.
Keep
It's
looking.
Muscle March. I'm gonna laugh my
Yep,
ass off.
Muscle March.
Do it.
Keep looking for it, Scan. I'm gonna bust out mine real quick, and then when you come
Yeah,
back, you
do
can talk
it.
about it. So,
Dude.
this one that I'm gonna bring up right now is gonna be. Oh, yep. All right. This is another one of those like epic opera style musics, and dude, they're freaking dope. And Wolfman is gonna be all over this one, I know for sure. The God of Wars.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
The God of Wars, all of them. I don't have one specific that I want to say because they're all freaking fantastic when it
Yeah.
comes to sound.
Mhm.
They will get you freaking hyped when you're. Yep, get you straight hype
Damn, look at
level.
that.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Wells. That's all of them, right?
This one is the first two.
One and two. Yeah,
Yep.
one and
One
two.
and two.
Yeah.
Dan Tron.
Touching tips. Touching tips. But yeah, dude, the music will. Go ahead. Sorry, the music will get you hyped. And I'm not even a huge. I was late to the game on God of Wars, and then I started playing them, and I was like, dude, these are dope. And it's not just
So much
action
fun.
hack and slash with RPG elements. There's like lore that's built into it, and they actually get some history built into it, and then you got the sound. Yep, the sounds are just freaking dope, and I love this one, and I mean, it doesn't even matter. Just the music in general is just
It's
fantastic.
epic. It's like it's triumphant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of fanfare. I'm like you, Dan Tron. I'm super late to the party, but playing the little bit I have, it has been absolutely phenomenal, and I totally understand
My receipt.
where it's noise.
Nice.
But
You guys have GOW, the Norse and Ragnarok. I mean,
Yep.
that's got to be in there
yeah,
too.
I've got
The
I've got
soundtrack's
Ragnarok as well.
amazing.
I'm gonna move up to Ragnarok, but yes, no, I'm
Yeah.
late to the party, but absolutely agree. Love God
Yep.
of War, everything, sound effects, battles, everything.
And Wales, it piggybacks off of the Doom comment I made earlier, where God of War themes and soundtracks make you want to kick ass.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yep.
Yep.
Ripping apart harpy, ripping off the harpy wings and stuff like that.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, like even the newest, like the remake of the of God of War, not Ragnarok, the one before, that one too. Like, just the sound and everything, just how the world was so it felt open, and that you're in different areas, and yeah, it's just great. Anyways, that's it. God of War. All right, Scan, what you got?
All right, so I actually couldn't find the case of one of the ones I wanted to talk about, but this was literally, it could have been one or the other, but this one might surprise you guys given my music taste, but Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Yes.
Dude, yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Talk
Was
about
that
it.
what talked about?
No, talk about it,
Yeah,
Scan. What do you
well-
like?
No,
about
we
it?
want to hear about it.
Go,
Bring it,
go,
bring
dude.
it.
I think to this day, I respect music from the 80s more than I did growing up with it because I played this game. And I still play this game on the definitive version from time to time on my console when I'm sitting around on a Sunday night because I just love the soundtrack, dude. I love all those Flock of Seagulls, all that stuff, dude. Those songs. There's a sound in the 80s that just can't be replicated, man. And I think a lot of the songs on this game bring me back to riding around in the back of my mom's car when she was running errands when I was a kid in the 80s. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Couldn't
but-
said it better myself.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
In fact, he did say it himself.
Yeah.
Let him have it. Let him have it.
That was great,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, no, because
Yeah.
what you said is exactly right. Like when we did mention that one earlier, but we wanted to hear that if that's one of the ones that you gravitated toward. And again, because I'm gonna all blurt out, but because of your like your music taste, like for instance, there you go, As They Sleep.
Look at that shirt, dude. Killer.
Yeah, and that's something like this sitting around too.
Yeah.
Not-
So, but yeah, 80s, dude, 80s, all about it.
Dude, nice, Shadow. Great
Well,
way to
Scan,
freeze too.
Yes,
And Scan,
have
we
you
talked
heard of
about-
that band?
Oh, man.
And Scan, we
What's
talked
that?
about driving around listening to the music, but also the radio stations were really funny and cool to listen to as well.
The talk radio that's all made up is hilarious. Dude, he's got the albums too. You guys are awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man,
What the fuck?
there's really not enough good, like
Dude, no.
you know, super hardcore metal in games, to be honest. So I can't really pick a game that has super filthy metal in it, but I will roll with the GTA Vice City. Sorry, I've been sick all week, so my voice is, you know, kind of weird right now, but
Oh, man.
nothing a little Jaeger won't fix.
That's right. It
Oh,
sounds
of
like you need a
course, about to
shot.
say. Yeah, agreed.
All right.
Great choice, Scan.
Yep. Good
Flash
job.
is-
Thank you.
Yep.
Yep.
Eric, you're up. Last round. We'll do
Last
round.
round.
Last
I'm
round. Because this is
saving
number
a-
4.
Banger for
Last
the
lap.
Yeah, if you're gonna blow your load, now's the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Reach
this
far
is
up
it.
in your ass for this one.
Oh
This
my
is another game that, like Wolf's team that
Allegedly.
he just flashed, no one has ever seen.
Dang it. We're professionals here.
Well, is Wolf
Monetization?
drunk?
No.
We're
We were
professionals.
professionals.
Do not try
Oh,
this at
that's
home.
so
We are
funny.
professionals.
No, this game, I owned this game even though I didn't have the console to play it. Just in case I was at a place where there was a console, I could play it.
So
I've done that
weird.
myself. Don't feel bad.
So
Yeah.
weird. Go ahead.
I've done that.
Anyway, this game was called, it was for the GameCube. And it was
Oh shit! No
called-
way, me too.
It wasn't this game because I'm about to make up another game no one's ever heard of.
Oh fucking god!
Anyway, no, this game is called Piano 3.
Mm.
And
I know that one.
stands for product number 3. And it was literally like playing a rave, like in the future. Like it had the straight up electronica dance music the entire time. Your character freaking danced the entire time, even though she's like shooting lasers and stuff.
Space
And
Channel 5.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
but the
pretty
game
much.
was just friggin' fun. I just loved the
Yeah,
game.
I
The
do have
music
the
was
game, he's
awesome.
right, it is
The
fun.
game was so difficult.
Yeah, it was hard as shit, but
Yep.
it was a really fun game, and I love just listening to the music, watching the character dance around as you're shooting lasers and stuff, looking at Wolf's taint and all that shit. It was good.
That's right.
Ah,
We're doing it live. We're doing it live.
ah.
We'll do it live.
Mm.
All right,
Mm.
Wales.
Wow, man, it's hard to
Follow up.
Moving on.
I know. I have to
Yeah,
follow.
let's get off of
TNO3.
starfish.
Yeah, no chocolate
Wow,
starfish.
Yeah, no hot dog flavored water.
No.
not one?
Nope, no.
Let's just keep
Alright.
rolling.
Fine. Air assault raid. Okay. All right. So I said earlier, RPG stands for really pretty gay, and I still stand by that comment. However, I
However,
do.
Is that
I
PC?
do- Which one was?
he didn't even mention a game yet.
He's mentioning it. Go ahead.
No,
No,
he's saying
no, I
politically
mentioned
correct.
I'm mentioning the genre, but anyway, let's see which one do I want to go about because I do not like the games, cannot stand them, but I will watch other people play them because they are actually fun, and especially if they have good music and sound effects. And the game I'm going to bring up is one that I probably never play. If I do, it'll be just for comic relief or whatever. And the game is fantastic. It actually is really, really good. Has beautiful music, great sound effects, and that game is Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo.
Yes.
I do actually no, I take that back. I actually own the game now, courtesy of Problem Solve with Eric. Eric did actually send me, and it does work. And I took video evidence of me working it, and my son trying to play it, and him looking back at me, going, "What the fuck am I supposed to do?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't know.
Read.
Don't look at this
Read.
one time. I can't. Hey, that's hard." Anyway, the game is actually really great. The music, the battle stuff with it, it's a lot of fun. I watched a bunch of my friends play this just because they got tired of doing fighting or racing with me, and I won, and they got tired of it, so we would go to something I can't do, which is RPG. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching the game, getting immersed in the story. I know you guys are real big fans of it, and that's why I brought it up. It's worth it. It's a very, very great game. Good music, good sound effects, and Chrono Trigger, definitely play it if you are into that kind of stuff. For real. And also,
Now I have a chub.
there you go. See, mission accomplished. We went from Ted to getting Erica Chubb, so we're good.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable. Hey, Chrono Trigger is dope though. Chrono Trigger is great.
Yeah.
Good sound effects. You can't go wrong with that game. I mean, there's a reason why it's so highly ranked. Even for people that don't like RPGs, you'll watch people play that game because the story is great, the art is great, and of course, like the reason why we're even talking about it in this episode is the music is fantastic. So, good choice.
It is great. Great draw. Great draw,
Oh
guys.
yeah.
And Wales, that's like a powerful story there that you didn't even play it. You just liked watching it. That
I
shows
did.
how good the game is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I would sit there and I'd have my Doritos and a Pepsi, and I'd just be like, fucking do that thing where you hit him and okay, cool. Beat him. Let's see what happens next.
Yeah.
Like it's good shit.
Yep. Beat him. Exactly.
Beat him. Just beat him.
Meet them and eat them. No, that's a different game.
Yeah,
That's a different game.
That's a different game,
Never
but you
did.
always win. All right, end game.
Okay, I'm going to go on 2 games. I only have one of them, though. It's a Nintendo game and a Super Nintendo game. It's from the Punch-Out franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Let's do
Glass
it.
Joe, yeah.
No.
So,
Gabby J.
Scantron loves that
Gabby.
game.
No. Gabby J. Gabby J.
Oh, it's Gabby J. That's
I
right.
said
Gabby
guitar
J.
was out of
Yay.
tune.
Yay!
so those games have really good title music, as Scantron knows. They also have really good like music for each of the boxers, the intro. They each have their own little intro music. And if you can get past the first boxer, you can hear the next boxer's intro music. And
This is some bullshit.
I feel attacked.
Scan, before you came on, I was going to go with Wild Arms, but since you're here, might as well talk about Punch Out.
Oh my god.
So this is this
Make
was
sure
a
you're
direct hit.
make sure you're specifying that it's the Punch Out arcade version with the fucked up joystick.
Okay.
Except for when L. Thomas lost.
That's right.
Yeah, he also lost.
El Tomas lost as well. We're looking at you, DT. Yep. So actually, the music that you will remember most from this then would be the when you're docked down on the ground and you're having to
Yes.
stand back up.
2,
Yeah.
3, 4.
So-
And it's different. It's
Yeah.
different if you knock down Glass
Yep.
Joe compared to if you get knocked out. It's
It is
different.
different. It's different. Yep.
Yeah, and even the training, like if you on Mike Tyson's Punch Out
There
with
we
Doc,
go.
when you're on
Yeah.
the bike and stuff, it's iconic.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good.
Statue of Liberty in the background.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Or even like King Hippo has unique sound effects when you punch him in the stomach and that sort of stuff. Really iconic sound effects and music in that game.
Dude,
Oh, heck yeah.
remember the
Agreed.
white tiger guy or whatever was like
Mhm.
boop, boop, boop. He just
Yep.
And then you got the little gem.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
Mr.
good.
Sandman, he was iconic. He was
Yeah,
good.
so good.
Soda Popinski.
Yep. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Or Popinski.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Getting all faded. All right, Wolfman.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, I'm trying to think. So I think for did we talk about this series last episode, the
Yeah.
Mega Man series?
No.
No.
Okay, so my pick is going to be Mega Man 2, and it's
Oh, yeah.
probably because of the memories that it invoked. I remember playing that game, and man, I thought the soundtrack was killer. Every robot that you picked, I mean, the music was just like hype. It was so cool. And it turns out that the entire Mega Man series is now known for its great iconic music. And that goes even into like the Mega Man X games. They were just as good as well. So
Oh yeah.
you could pick any Mega Man game you want, aside from maybe the first one, and you're going to see that the music is excellent.
And Wolf, the sound effects are great. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure if we all played Mega Man, you know the jumping sound effect, the landing, the shooting your the blaster, and then if you charge it up, those are all really memorable sound effects too.
Oh, dude, when you die and you burst.
Oh,
into-
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah. Awesome series. Tough games. I mean, 2 not so much, but try playing the first one, man. You'll end up pulling out your hair.
That box
yeah.
art on the first one.
Yeah.
The box art on the second one is just as bad.
That's true.
Oh,
That's true.
Yeah.
The first one turned me off in the series. I need to guess. I can play the second one because no.
Oh, Mega Man's fantastic.
Dude,
Yeah.
Mega Man is great. And another series that features a character called Starman.
There we go.
Can we?
Wait, Starman?
Yeah, he's in Mega Man.
Oh wait, wasn't he in pro wrestling?
Oh, here we go again.
Can we get with the,
It's
Oh,
the chocolate Starman? Come on, guys, let's
it's
go.
a
The
circle.
chocolate star man.
It's a
Deja vu.
It's a circle.
Yeah. It all just comes back around. All right, hey, Shadow, what you got?
don't have the box handy right now, but Burnout Paradise.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Ooh, I got you,
Where
bro.
where
I
else
got you.
can you you start up the game and you get Guns N' Roses with Paradise?
Paradise City.
Exactly.
nice.
Yeah.
That was good, Wales. That was good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grass is green, the girls are pretty.
No, the girls showed. Oh no, wait,
Just
that's
like
a
Axl
different one.
Rose.
That's a different.
Oh my, it's exactly
Just like it. I know.
that.
Uncanny.
Yeah.
I need more drink.
I love Weekend Whales.
Yeah.
Take me down to the horse face, bitch.
So
The
funny.
filter is ripped off, so it's raw. No big deal.
Nice.
Do it raw.
Raw talk with Wales.
Ah.
Here it is.
Talk with Whales.
Yep. So
I love it. But yes,
I got a
Shadow,
question
do it.
though. Is
Yeah.
there any other song that you remember from that game?
Actually, I
yes.
like.
Go ahead.
Well, you go ahead first. I actually
you
like.
brought it up. You go.
Well, no,
You go.
I know, but in the multiplayer aspect, I did like a lot of the instrumental music that they did have when you're doing multiplayer races in the lobbies. Because for some reason they wouldn't. I know they were there.
Yeah, no one knows what that music is.
So for me, I didn't do the online. I just did the story mode with it. But to answer Dantron's question, do you remember any of the music? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they had the orchestra tones in it. You had Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. You had the underwater
Really?
enchantment, enchantment music. You had the 20,000 Under Leagues music with it as well.
The
It's
what?
actually hilarious. The 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, kind of like it's like a underwater. It's a famous song. I don't know the name of it, but as soon as you hear it, you recognize it. It also had Avril Lavigne, I think, is also in it, as well as somebody else.
Skater
But I
Boy.
mean, Skater Boy's in there. Hey, you. I don't like your girlfriend. That kind of music, whatever. That's also in there.
That's a different song, but
I don't know. But, I mean, it's in the game. There's a song from Stained in there. Trying to think what it, because my kids actually like it and they listen to it. So when it comes on my playlist, I'm like, how do you know that song? Like, it was in Burnout. I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
that is a full shot.
Fake it. That's what it was.
By Stained?
How
By
about buttered
Stained.
sausage?
Okay.
This is gonna spill.
I mean,
But no, to
Nice.
answer your question, it is very
Dude.
good. I did enjoy Burnout Paradise.
you had Epic from Faith No More. You had Twisted Sister.
Twisted
Which I
Sister,
Wanna
there it
Rock.
is. Yep.
Yeah.
I want to rock. Yep.
Holy shit. I take back
Yeah.
my comments. That
I
No,
obviously
it's-
didn't play that game enough. That's all I can say. I didn't play it enough.
yeah.
It's and then they had the Italian la 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 like that's in there, and so like playing that while
his
you're
name
just
is Pavarotti.
How does
Yeah, well,
that one it's in the fucking game
But, yeah.
as you're blowing up buses and doing carnage events, and that's going on. It's fucking hilarious. Like
Yeah.
it just fits the
awesome.
game absolutely well. Trust me, it's
Holy
worth
shit.
getting. Yes.
He
I'll
brought
find-
receipts.
I will play it again.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah,
I haven't
motherfucker.
played it enough apparently. So all right,
Wow.
Burnout. Hey, Scan.
Here.
Yeah, your last one, and then I'll go and that'll finish us
Floating,
up.
Damn dog.
Floating
shit up
around.
The instruction manual.
so, damn it, dog.
Nice.
No, that was earlier with Wolfman's dog freaking out.
No, I'm telling my instruction manual for the game. The dog chewed up. I go fucking dog. So.
Oh.
Fucking
Oh,
dog.
jeez.
I hate
God, dude.
dogs.
Yeah,
Oh man. So the one that I couldn't find, which I know is around here somewhere, but I do have the OG PS1 jewel case for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I thought-
Absolutely.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 had some total punk bangers in it. I've never even been a big punk guy, but those songs still play in my head from front to back sometimes, just randomly, you know what I mean? Everyone remembers Superman, you know what I mean? Like, I think that was Goldfinger, right? Didn't Goldfinger do that one?
Yep.
Yep.
Dude,
Yeah.
great choice, man. Like Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk is
Yeah.
the music. I mean, yeah, the
Yes.
game is great. But it's you're grinding around, you're doing tricks and stuff, which is fantastic. But it is not the same game when you don't have the
Right.
music. It's just
Right.
Yeah.
It is the music. I mean, yeah, the gameplay again, but it is the music. So, dude, good choice. Frick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent choice.
Thanks, man.
I had so many memories of just sitting there listening.
I'm a fan.
To,
I still.
listening to Amoeba
Oh, sorry.
over and
Go ahead.
over again while just grinding through the levels for the skill challenges.
Buttered sausage.
Buttered sausage, exactly, Wolf. Go ahead, Eric.
Yep.
You were gonna say probably not buttered sausage
Wrong time to
I
come
whispered
back.
it so subtly.
or spooge
Train is
magoo
derailed.
or
Wrong time
whatever.
for making drinks.
Eric.
Uh,
Gary Busey.
I was
baby.
gonna say try to play it. Dude, that was just so weird. What?
Oh,
The sad
well,
thing
it's
is,
no,
I know
it's
exactly
no
what
lesser,
Gary,
more
I
weird
know
than
what
half
Gary
the shit you
Busey
said.
interview you're talking about. I know that. Yeah.
That was the meme.
Yeah.
Butter sausage.
My goodness.
all right, go ahead, Eric. You were gonna say.
I was just gonna say try playing Tony Hawk on mute, and it's not the same game.
Oh,
Oh, definitely.
But,
yeah.
yeah.
Right.
you know what? People are gonna start watching this and they're gonna mute this. It's not gonna be the same
Yeah.
when it's muted. It's just not. I mean, this is not.
I don't
cute.
know. There's some
Dude.
interesting things. You can see Wolf tip over and his feet are up earlier in this. There's some
Yeah, I don't
interesting
know.
stuff.
I don't know what that
My
was.
back was hurting. I can't help it.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
So
You
funny.
tipped back and Eric went into tank mode. So
Yeah. Dude, so what have we covered in this one? We've covered we've covered the buttered sausage. We've covered the taint effect. We've covered I don't your weird like spooge magooge game or whatever it was that you were talking about. Like I don't
Googe Magooge.
just saying
That's the
like,
movie.
like we-
That's the next movie.
this has been a great episode. Great episode. So this is the last one, I guess, and it's going to be from me. And I don't remember if we talked about this one the first time. So if we did, let me know, you guys. And I got another couple ones I'll just throw out there real quick. But if this
I wouldn't
game,
know.
if this, yeah, you wouldn't. But if this game, this is another one of those that is a fantastic game, but it is not the same without the music. And as a matter of fact, you remember the music before you remember anything else.
Yes.
Oh, I
Nice.
think we did
Yes.
talk about that, but who cares? Talk about it.
Yeah.
God, that's such a good pick, dude.
Yeah.
So,
I've already got the first level in my head.
yeah, if we talked about this, I don't care.
Yeah,
Let's just talk
It
about
needs
it
to be
now
talked about
again.
more.
Yep. Because you remember the first level's always going to be ingrained into your head and into your
Yes.
your soul. But the
Mm.
more you play it, the more you remember the other music. Just like, oh shoot, I remember this, and it's another one of those ones
Yep.
that I talked about that it triggers memories of like who you were playing 2-player with, at the time.
Oh, dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
And it's
Me and my brother.
It's so good.
Me and my friend Luke, he had it. I didn't. Oh my god.
I guess I can't tell you how much I love this game and how much I love the fact that the music. I think of the music before I think of any specific level in this.
Dude,
Yeah, it's just
it's
great.
almost kind of eerie a little bit, like the menu, like when you like the attract mode sound on it. Not eerie, but more God, what's the word I'm looking for?
Iconic.
All I know,
Iconic, maybe.
Taint.
Yep, exactly. Super taint.
taint.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all I know is we actually have on my V-Pin, there's a Streets of Rage table that's like a homebrew table,
There is.
and I'll turn it on just to listen to the music. I don't even play the table. It'll just be
Nice.
that, like, the sound that you, like, and when you load the game, and it's just like the city and shit. It's sweet, dude.
I'm gonna do that here in a little bit. just because.
So
Such a good game.
I remember. So this one, the thing that made this one really cool too was even the sound effects for the characters. You know, like the yelling, the sound of Skate doing like the backflip, or the sound of just everything, like the flaming like special move that
Yeah.
that Axel
Fucking
does, right? I mean,
Axel.
yeah, all of these things. Like I remember the funniest one is that Axel yell, but it was a different yell. It was like when he would do I called it the nutsack attack, where you jump and you press down and attack, and he would like he'd make like knees, and he would like
Nutsack attack.
It literally was.
I don't know why I remember that one so much, but
We called it. It should be called the test to kill.
Yep. Well, and then like just Blaze in general, like just her backflip and all that kind of stuff. It was just so good.
What was the kid's name? Was it just Skate?
Skate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Hey,
Skate.
I always remember his move. I don't even know what the hell he said. Whoa hee hee.
Yeah.
was
It
it-
was
that
like
was the-
whoa hee hee.
when he would do like the special move where he would do like the
The
spin.
spin around on the yep.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
always remember when you picked up the whoop, whoop noise that they'd always do,
Yep.
or the hurp and go, like the did it. It was like go, like such a great game.
Awesome. But even
Amazing.
like the last the boss for the end of the first level, you remember his like laugh.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you remember those sounds. And it's just
Or
like
just the boss theme. It was the same boss theme when you get to the end of the level. Like it would pull up and you're like, all right, let's go.
so when it comes to music and sound effects, that one hits on every level. The sound effects are iconic. The music is just crazy, and everyone remembers it just from playing it. And I haven't figured out if it's really just that good, or if it was like there wasn't anything like it out that had that many different layers that it hit.
No.
And so everybody remembers it.
It's universally. You can look up any list, and it's universally in top 10 everyone's list. It was that good. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was that good.
All right. Well,
that's a great one to end the show on. Absolutely,
dude. I mean, unless because
Great choice.
So, Scan, I'm sorry you didn't get as many roles, but I know you were super busy. I'm glad that you were able to at least come and hang out with us for a bit.
Dude. No, I'm glad. I appreciate you guys inviting me and having me, man. I apologize I couldn't get on sooner, but you know how I is, and just had to catch up on shit, man.
Yep, no problem. So everybody check him out, Scantron 5K, YouTube.
My man.
He throws some great stuff out there. Also, we got Problem Solved with Eric and his Coin Drop Custom. Make sure you check him out. He's got this new V-Pin video that was just freaking dope. The delivery pictures are awesome. Love it.
Topper was orgasmic, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yeah, it was great, dude. And he's got a lot of really fun videos too, just like Scantron does on like how-to videos. Both of those guys are just you can go there and there's so many different things that you can view. Just go ahead and check them out. Give them a subscribe. They deserve it. It's great. Same thing, Shadow. Shadow has, he's got Spotify. He's got all kinds of like podcasts that he's parts of. He's got some unique friends. We've been on some of his podcasts in the past. Make sure you check him out on Spotify. I'm not sure if he has a whole lot of stuff going on YouTube, but if he does, check him out
Not
there
yet.
too. That's all right. It'll be there. It'll be there.
Yeah.
Wales doesn't do anything except for Sunday Fun Days if we're lucky, but that's all right. Sooner or later, we're gonna get him to whip his thing out on the interwebs, and we'll see how that goes.
At some point, I got to figure out a channel name first. I need help.
You got all that cool stuff in the background.
Oh,
You gotta
I
get
already
something.
know it. I already know your
RPG
channel, dude. Horse
What?
face
Oh
bitch.
man, just our
Oh, we're
wild
going into
Adam.
overtime.
Whoa,
Now,
AB.
as we're saying bye-bye, here comes
Oh,
Arcade
yeah.
Adam, the mad scientist.
Gosh.
There he is.
And the mad
We can
scientist
hang out
jumps in.
afterwards.
Am I fashionably late?
Oh, you're way further than fashionably late. The
It's
prom date's
overtime.
already gone home.
You were getting ready to do the post-credit scene. That's
Yeah,
what you're
this is the
humping into.
post-credit. So before we finish the goodbye, do you want to throw some type of music out there or sound effects on a game really quick, just so you can give us something?
Yeah.
Did you guys cover 9 Inch Nails on the original Doom and all that
We
stuff?
did cover Doom. We didn't mention
I got
9
you,
Inch Nails.
homie.
We got Doom in there. You got something else?
Jeez, on the spot. No, that's
Yeah.
what I was gonna come
All right.
with if I wasn't late. But thanks to Wales for covering it for me.
Gotcha, damn.
Anytime, my brother.
Yeah.
Well, in your defense, you're not that late because I've only been on for about 15 minutes or so.
That's
I
all
think.
good. So he just came in fashionably late, but he is never fashionably late to figuring out stuff for arcade machines or holsters or Etsy stores. Arcade Adam, make sure you check him out on his YouTube. He's got all kinds of fun stuff. If it's software related or hardware related, you need to check his stuff out. Fantastic. Oh yeah, look at that. Yep. Get yourself a Dantron 69K coin from his Etsy store. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Dantron approved. Slam it on everything. Slam it on your girlfriend. Slam it on your car. Whatever you want. Yep. Approved.
Oh, you could use this for Pogs. Holy shit! Talking about slamming.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Pogs.
Oh,
Pogs.
God.
Definitely. And then,
Tattoo it on your lower back, you know.
you know what?
Wolf will have it on his
I'm
tank.
okay with it. I'm okay with it. You know what?
He took it. I was gonna say that.
Yeah, dang it. All right, and then so
Do it on your taint.
I mean, yikes. So and also Endgame. Thanks for being here, man. Make sure you check out his YouTube channel. He's got tons of stuff that comes out regularly. He's always updating people on what is the Disney Speedstorm is throwing out there. He has some coin challenges, and it's a fantastic spot to go and just check out just anything nerd related. I love it. Thanks, Endgame, for being here.
Thanks, appreciate it. And hey, make sure people check out your stuff because half these games we talked about, you've already done retro shorts of, so they can hear some of that music. You do some nice effects where you add music in the background. It's great to check out. So make sure you support Dantron, not only Retro Law, but all of his shorts.
Thanks. Yeah,
Absolutely.
You can
This
have
guy
all
takes apart consoles. He
God-
puts consoles
God-
back together. He fixes freaking Game Boys and shit. Damn it, dude. What are we talking about? He's the guy.
Dude, I just like messing around with stuff and breaking things. I don't show you guys the stuff that breaks and I can't fix it.
Me too.
Don't forget all the fun videos he has with all of us playing Split Second, Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Oh my god.
All the comedy that comes out of that.
Dude, Helldivers, Split Second,
Yeah.
all those ones think about
Elden
those
Ring.
things. Oh, Elden Ring, just
There's a Star Tropics video or two in there as well.
yep, dude, it brings a smile to my face, man.
Oh my god,
It's
the
so
Elden
good.
Ring
We
and
gotta get
Wolf
back to doing
falling
some
off
more
the
of that.
cliff.
And last but not least, Wolfman. Thanks for everything that you do. Again, I say this every time, but I wouldn't be doing this without you. This is a ton of fun. It was great to have everybody else on here, but you're my wingman. You need to be in. So I want to say thanks again for being here, like always.
And if you want to find me on social media, you won't because I have none.
Exactly.
You're like me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Samesies,
Me and Wales.
twinsies.
Yay.
We're brothers from another mother.
Buttered.
Buttered sausage.
It's
Anyways.
like buttered
Oh
sausage.
my gosh.
That's right.
butter.
All right, you guys. Well, that's it. And until next time, later. Deuces.
Let's fucking move.